Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel for my championship game predictions and rankings. So, I just wanted to go briefly over the divisional round of the playoffs. Quick recap of it, and then we can get into the predictions. Obviously, you can see them and the rankings. So, on Saturday, the first game was the Vikings heading to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. And the Vikings showed a little bit of competitiveness, I guess you could say, but their offense never really breathed life, and the defense couldn't stop Jimmy G, George Kittle, Emmanuel Sanders. There's another person on their team that I do not know the name of. He's a rookie, Deebo Samuel. They just couldn't stop that trio or quadrant, whatever. So they ended up losing, I think it was 27-10. And the second game was the Titans and the Ravens. The Titans traveled to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, and they actually beat them 28-12, which I was very excited about. It was just all-around domination, and their defense was stellar. Then the first game on Sunday was the Texans going to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. The Chiefs were down 24-0. You probably know the story. They came back, scored 34 unanswered points, and ended up winning 51-31. And the final game, the Seahawks lost, guys. Sorry, I just had to say that. Rip Seahawks, guys. Season. Yeah, it was a good fight, but they lost, guys. I know, by 5. Don't want to talk about that game. 1 like equals 1 rip for the Seattle Seahawks season. Alright, so those were all the games that happened. The heck? We're just not going to ask. Okay, those were all the games that had happened. There you go. That had happened this weekend. If you missed any of them, there you go. There's your recap. But now, championship games are set for this weekend. The Titans will travel to Arrowhead, and the Packers will travel to Santa Clara to take on, respectively, the Chiefs and the 49ers. So starting off with my rankings, I guess we can do, number 4 is the Packers. In their first showing of the postseason, the Packers did really well. They scored 4 touchdowns, but the only reason, why is that like that? The only reason that they are number 4 is because the Seahawks were climbing back, and the defense didn't really step up in that time. I mean, they did at some points, but mostly, we're just going to say the Seahawks player couldn't catch a ball thrown right to him with no one around, but that's besides the point. That's why I'm number 4. Number 3 is also, they've only beaten the Seahawks. They haven't really, pushed the limits like the Titans and the Chiefs have in the 2-1 spot. But then the 49ers, I put them there more or less just because, yes, they might have had the easier opponent, but, it was Garoppolo's first playoff game. All that went into it, but they still dominated the Vikings. About 2, we have the Tennessee Titans because, I'm just going to put it this way, they've beaten the Patriots and they've beaten the Ravens in back-to-back weeks. That's something no one has done this season. So, because, obviously the Ravens and the Texans did, but the Texans did not beat the Ravens, and the Ravens can't beat themselves. They kind of did against the Titans. But, that happened. But, yeah, that's why they're number 2. But I have the Chiefs at number 1 solely because they were down 24-0, and they scored 34 unanswered points, which won them the game. They only needed 34 to win, and, they got 51. So, that's a thing. But moving into my predictions, guys, I have the Titans and the Chiefs. Obviously, I say Tennessee is going to win this game by 1, just solely because they're on a hot streak, alright? And I don't think anyone can really stop them. They can establish the run game. The Chiefs' defense is pretty good, but they just can't beat themselves. And I think the defense has to step up. But if you've beaten Lamar Jackson and they only had 12 points, you can contain the Chiefs almost the same, but not, because the Ravens weren't built to come back, I should say. The Ravens his game plan is to get up on you early, have the defense stop your offense, and then just keep putting up points. Whereas the Chiefs, they can be down 24-0, and they can still come back, score 51 points, 34 unanswered, and still win. But I don't know why, but I just feel like the Titans, there's something in my heart saying that the Titans are going to win this game by only 1 point and move on to Super Bowl 54. Alright, next we have the Packers and the 49ers. I think San Francisco will win this game by 12. The Packers are a good team, okay? They're a great team. But the 49ers have just been, I don't know, they've got the same record as at 13-3, but who have the San Francisco they beaten the Seahawks, right? And the Packers. They beat the Packers at home, and that's the reason that I think San Francisco is going to win this game by 12 points. It's a good margin. The Packers the offense might not come to life for the first quarter. They start to in the second, and then they'll try to come back in the fourth, but I think the 49er defense with Nick Bosa will be solid. So my Super Bowl predictions are Tennessee and San Francisco travel to Miami to take on each other in Super Bowl 54. So I will be doing a Super Bowl predictions video, I guess you could say. Total rundown. It's going to be maybe a 10-minute video. I'm not sure. I'll analyze all the opponents they've beaten and who they have lost to. It's going to be a really fun video. I can't wait to do it. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new. Peace.